Jacob had always lived with a shadow over his life, his weight. Each day was a quiet struggle, one that grew heavier with time. One morning, Jacob sat on the edge of his bed, gasping for air after tying his shoes. His heart pounded like a drum in his chest, and sweat clung to his face. Staring at the floor, he sighed. Life wasn't supposed to feel this hard. In the mirror, he tugged at his shirt, trying to cover his bulging belly. The fabric strained, and Jacob avoided meeting his own eyes. He didn't like what he saw, a man trapped in his body. Later that day, climbing a short flight of stairs at work, Jacob stopped halfway. Gripping the railing tightly, he leaned forward, his breath coming in short, painful gasps. It felt like climbing a mountain. On his lunch break, Jacob picked up a tray of burgers, fries, and a large soda at a fast food restaurant. Sitting down, he stared at the greasy meal in front of him. The food once brought him comfort, but now, he felt a pang of guilt he couldn't shake. At home that evening, he collapsed onto the couch, surrounded by empty soda cans and food wrappers. His stomach felt heavy, his body tired. He closed his eyes and sighed, feeling defeated. The breaking point came the next day in the doctor's office. The doctor showed him a chart, his blood sugar levels, blood pressure, and cholesterol. "Jacob," the doctor said gently, "you're heading towards serious health issues. It's not too late, but you need to act now." That conversation was the spark Jacob needed. The next morning, he laced up his sneakers and stepped outside. His first walk was short and slow, his breath labored with every step. Neighbors waved as he shuffled past, but Jacob wasn't walking for them, he was walking for himself. In his kitchen, he swapped greasy takeout for grilled chicken and fresh vegetables. Cooking wasn't easy at first, but with every meal, he felt a small sense of pride. A few weeks later, Jacob returned to the mirror. This time, he didn't tug at his shirt. Instead, he stood tall, looking at his reflection with a faint but hopeful smile. He tackled the same staircase at work again. This time, he climbed to the top without stopping, breathing deeply but steadily. He couldn't help but smile as he reached the final step. One night, sitting on the couch, Jacob grabbed a water bottle instead of a soda. He turned on the TV and leaned back, feeling lighter, not just in body, but in spirit. Months later, Jacob walked through the park on a sunny afternoon. The warm sunlight bathed his face as he strolled confidently. His pace was brisk, his body strong, and his heart lighter than ever. Jacob wasn't just living, he was thriving. Life lesson: change doesn't happen overnight, but every small step leads to progress. The hardest part is starting, but the journey is always worth it. Don't wait for life to force a change, choose to break the cycle before it breaks you.